Today we're going to have a very interesting team here, as we're going to have a team for the upcoming Electric Cup here as well, which is going to be very strong. I did 10 battles against people from the community here, so we can take a look on how they go as we face up against a Lantern in the lead here. We have a very interesting team with Galvantula here. You use Fury Cutter Galvantula in this meta, as well as the one here with Energy Ball. Very good catch by my opponent here, but I can swap out into my Lantern trying to water gun them down. You have to use water gun in this cup as well. I mean, Spark has also some play. If you face a lot of Lanterns against you, you would be able to win the mirror against it, but against usually like most electric type Pokemon, of course water gun will be better. Then we have here as a say swap the Hisuian version of Electrode, which is a very cool pick for this meta, as you're going to be able to destroy other Lanterns as well with that. And in general, it's a very safe pick for this current meta here, as you like in general the matchup against the Lantern is so nice because you can resist all the moves here. Here we can just overfarm a little bit, go for the Energy Ball and hopefully knock them out. The thing is as well with this team, I cannot wait to have two answers in the back for the Geodude or like in general the entire line there. You can use XL Geodude in this cup, which is kind of funny, but only the Alolan version of course. There are going to be some Rock Throw users here, so we're going to have Lantern, which is going to be able to do a lot of damage just with the Water Gun already and Surf against those, and then you have Energy Ball on your Electrode here. Electrode is also a pretty okayish, bulky Pokemon, which is cool. But here we can just see that my opponent decides to not do anything anymore and we can farm them all the way down. Next game, we're going to see Luxray. This is going to be one of the most interesting Pokemon for this meta. You have to have Hidden Power Ground Luxray. Also for that, we're going to have a top team video for this cup in general as well later on the channel. But it's only going to be top 5 teams because there is not a lot of stuff that you can do in this cup. Like the team's going to be all pretty similar. Here we actually see an Electivire, which is cool. But like the meta is basically 12 Pokemon, I think. So like everything else is kind of nearly unusable. So it's going to be an interesting one. We will see here the Galvantula getting the attack drop on the opponent. We can catch the Ice Punch here perfectly onto our Lantern. Lantern, of course, going to be able to resist this pretty easily, and even a Wild Charge, I don't think it really does too much damage. Let's see how much damage it's going to do here. Still surviving it pretty easily. We have a move stored, and we see it's only the Lantern in the back there with like a few HP left, which allows us to now also just go ahead, go for one Surf if they want to shield. They're going to lose anyway against whatever I have in the back there, which is going to... Actually, I think I don't even show the final Pokemon, so... I'm never going to show the final Pokemon here. Good game there still. Next opponent, we will see the only Roscoe here. I actually mainly lose against him. I don't know if I win or lose against him here, but like I know that in the matchups that I have, usually he's a very good player. He basically beats me nearly all the time, I think. But here we can go ahead and go for our lunge. For Galvantula, if you have a little bit of attack rate on this, I think it might be beneficial because you can just go ahead and go for your charge move before the opponent can do. They're going to swap out here and we see an actual XL Geodude. That's what I mean here. This Pokemon is really cool. And actually they're running not the Rock Throw on it, they're on the Volt Switch on it, which makes it a little bit more tricky for the Lantern at least, because Volt Switch, of course, it would be the better move instead of Rock Throw, but Rock Throw is better against most electric types. Here, Volt Switch is neutral still, so it's going to be a tough one, but we're still going to be able to farm them all the way down here. Good there for us. We will see the Lantern coming in, where I just went straight for the Surf, which wasn't really the play. I'm going to swap out here so they don't get as much energy, and they're going to swap out into their Galvantula, which is amazing for me because now I can go ahead, farm them down with Electrode, and this game is over here. One Energy Ball is most likely already enough to knock them out here. We see the Surf doing basically nothing. All moves are resisted on us, and we can go ahead and go for the Energy Ball here. That's going to do a ton of damage and knocking them straight out there, and we will be able to win this game as well. Next opponent, this is the only, I think the only one that was really spicy here with Electros, which is actually not a bad Pokemon to use in this cup. Electros has access to the move Dragon Claw, which gets to very fast. The meta in general is very squishy, so if you get to moves fast, it's definitely beneficial. And here it forces me to shield at least once up here. I show shield most likely the first one there. I wasn't sure about the moveset anymore. I only remembered the Dragon Claw when they already hit me, so... yeah, that's going to be a little bit tough. We see the Mareep coming in here, which actually did some good damage here. Mareep was definitely a Pokemon that did more than I expected would do. We already showcased his Mareep on the channel already, so very cool Pokemon there. We see the Ampharos in the back as well. You still need like the middle evolution here for the full Ampharos line team, please. That would be really cool. I actually don't know if it even has any good moves in the middle evolution, but Definitely should try to go for that as well. Get some Flaffy action here as well. Shadow Flaffy, please. That would be amazing, but like this, we're still going to be able to win this game pretty easily here. They can still go for another charge move. I still would survive any charge move as well, so like it's not really that close here either. But the Surf coming through here, going to be able to knock them out and win us the game. But yeah, please, next time, just build another Shadow Mareep, then a Flaffy. The Flaffy, it's a very cool one. Next opponent, we will see a Luxray in the lead again. Let's see what they have as a fast move. Actually, I think the Hidden Power Fire would be also cool. I think this might be Hidden Power Fire actually here, because this does more damage than I expected to do. And we saw the Luxray before, and it never says if it's super effective or not. I'm pretty sure this was Hidden Power Fire. It must be. Yeah, it definitely is. That's why it did so much damage. I was so confused about it. Ah, okay. That does explain a lot of things here. I was really confused why it did so much damage, because it does basically no damage against against Lantern there. So if you have Hidden Power Fire, it also most likely has some potential for those two Pokemon that I have on my team. Here they have just an amazing matchup now against me, and it feels like that I have mixed to nothing that I can do here anymore. I can go for 2 Wild Charges here at least, but still, the matchup before there just knocked me out, to be fair, and this is going to be one of the, yeah, this is just nothing I can really do there. Actually, very cool team there. I really enjoy this team. There's nothing that I can really do here anymore. They have actually Tackle on Electrode, which does a lot of damage as well. Interesting pick there, very cool pick there as well. Tackle Electrode can definitely win the mirror with that, because it just do more damage against it in the mirror. All moves are resisted. But yeah, it's actually still going to be close, but the Hidden Power Fire on the lead I didn't expect. Very cool play there. And most likely it's fire, at least, like that's what I expect to be, but like very cool play there. Didn't expect it whatsoever. This is going to be a loss, but that's not most likely something that you see all day there. That was a wild one. We see the next opponent here going to have a Lantern in the lead. A Lantern in the lead should be pretty okay. We see a Minun coming in, and this is something that I kind of expected to see. Minun is a very good Pokemon, but Minun also gets completely hard-walled by Hisuian Electrode, so Hisuian Electrode might be a little bit better than Minun in general here. I would say it's cheaper to build, it has some more bulk. I didn't even consider too much for the video that's coming up later for the top teams, but if you see a Minun in this video, definitely should be able to replace it with Electrode as well, kinda. They are directly the same, but like they're pretty much the same, and like Electrode has just a better typing. I think this is Hidden Power Ground this time around at least. We're gonna go for the bait first, because I expect them that they want to try to farm me down here, and they're going to shield this move up, so I can go for another charge move here as well, which hopefully lands, and it does land, which does do a lot of damage. They can go for one Psychic Fangs. I'm going to let this move go through. I can farm them all the way down, I think, and we should be pretty fine here. I can swap out into my Galvantula, and I can farm them down. And now I can just go for Energy Ball. Like, there's no reason for me to bait here. Energy Ball coming, actually gonna get the shield there, it's totally fine. I can just shield up as well, go for another Energy Ball, and this should do enough damage to knock them straight out here as well. Surf come through, fine for me, Energy Ball come through, and this should do enough damage, hopefully. Yeah, oh, actually no, we still have to farm them down there, but Fury Cutter does do the job there. Next opponent here, let's see what's coming in for this one. You're also going to see at least some of the battles of, like, in general, my opponents, like the teams that they want to use here. We see a Lantern in the lead. This is a very neutral lead. I think they might be able to win this in 2 shields. Luckily, they didn't really swap perfectly there. Like, they didn't swap onto the charge move. They swapped onto the Energy Ball. That would have been a very smart play by them. But like this, we will be able to go ahead and go for 2 lunges. We will be able to farm them all the way down as well. And I thought I might be able to still survive it, because he's double debuffed. And I was able to still survive it, and I was able to realign, which is huge, because if they go back to the Lantern, which they do here, I can just go straight into my Hisuian Electrode, and I'm pretty sure they're locked into this matchup for a little bit. And now we see the normal Electrode coming in. I can go for an Energy Ball here, and I'm going to swap out eventually at least into my Lantern here, which can farm them down, which is even better for me as well. And I'm going to shield this move just in case they have Hyper Beam here. They have Thunderbolt, which is an interesting play as well. But we will be able to take the move here as well. Foul play coming through, and we can just go for 1 Thunderbolt. This game is over basically anyway. Like, this is literally in range for 1 Energy Ball now as well. They're going to even shield this move up, which is even better for us. I can let this move go through. There's nothing that really helps them here, and this matchup is kind of over. You see me here trying to maybe, okay, I'm still going to go for 1 Surf here. This will put them into range where I can even just go for 1 Wild Shot, but I'm still going to go for the Energy Ball just to win this game here. This team works really well, as you can see. Like, those are just battles against other people from Twitter or from the community, and they didn't know what I was playing. Actually, we battled him twice. It's interesting. Usually I want only to battle people once, so maybe they were, but they knew my team then. Okay, let's see actually if they benefit from knowing my team. I think this was definitely back to back then. We see the lunge coming through. We see that we can go for another lunge as well. And this lunge going to be able to get the shield as well, which is cool. But here's the weird thing. Like, sometimes I win CMP, sometimes I don't win CMP. Here I will be able to win CMP and I will be able to get the shield from the opponent. Or they didn't even throw it all. I think I can let this move go through now because they're debuffed already. And I can, but I'm not going to be able to get to the next move. They could go for the energy ball here as well, but I'm going to let this move go through. It just does half of my health there. So not the best lead for us either. We will see the Electrode coming in, and I think this game is kind of over already. Like, I don't know how I am supposed to win this game now. But of course they know my team. We will be able to swap out now into the charge move. This is a very good swap for me there because this wild charge basically does nothing. It's double resisted, which is amazing, and puts them also in terms of their own defensive abilities very low. We will see that we can go straight for the energy ball, knock them out with that move for sure after they 4 times debuffed, and we see the lantern in the back, which basically means we're still going to be able to win this game. So two battles against this player. They knew even my team. I never swap my teams when I do those battles. That's why I usually ask for 1 battle only. I know otherwise people could like try out different teams against me, but like if they know my team already, that's a huge benefit for them. Like this, I will be able to go ahead and go for the wild charge and knock them straight out here. Good game there. Next game coming up, we're going to see here the second to last game, I think. Let's see what they have. We see the Galvantula in the lead. Finally, we see a really horrible lead here for the Galvantula, which I like to see because I kind of want to test my team, but Minun is not the best safe swap against me. Yes, they resist my fast move, but I resist all their charge moves, and I will be able to hit them with neutral damage here from my energy ball. Discharge does basically nothing, and I will be able to realign here as far as I can see, as this energy ball should knock out the Minun, which would be amazing, and it is amazing because we can now realign my Pokemon. I can even get another shield here from the opponent. You see how good his Syrian Electrode actually is in this meta as well. Very cool Pokemon, but also like in general the team is so cool. Fury Cutter version of Galvantula looks like so much fun in this cup. We will see the opponent's lantern coming in. I can just swap into my own Galvantula, and this should be a pretty decent game here. I can shield this move up, going to be the Surf, and I can just go ahead and go for 2 energy balls here as well. This should look pretty decent here, as we can actually hit them already. I can just farm them all the way down. I can go for the lunge, trying to debuff them. The only play is here to let this move go through, but they're actually going to shield this move up, which means I have them now to a range where I can go for 1 Surf, knock them straight out, and I should be able to win this game pretty easily here as well. The Rock Blast coming through, nice bait, doesn't really matter though, because we can go for the Surf, and that's going to be it for this one. Let's go into the final game here. We will see our Baller. I cannot even say the names. And well, we see another Luxray here. I don't know how everybody has a Luxray with, I guess, Hidden Power Ground here, which is good for Galvantula actually with its Hidden Power Ground. Just Hidden Power Fire threw me off guard there. We see the Galvantula as a safe swap here, which is pretty decent for me. It's going to be actually the Volt Switch version, which is not what you want to run. We see the launch coming through. I can just farm them all the way down here, and I can keep my alignment, which is amazing, as they are locked into whatever they come back in now. If they go into something like Lantern, I can just go into, yeah, we can just actually swap out here as well, right? Yeah, we swap into the Electrode. It's going to be an interesting match here. We can go ahead and go for the Energy Ball. This will force the opponent to throw the shield up here, I guess, but they're actually going to let this move go through, and like this. The Luxray is basically at a point where it has no way to win this game anymore. We still can just go ahead and go for 1 charge move, but we also still have our Lantern in the back, which will be able to do a lot of damage. We have our Galvantula in the back, which will still have a lunge stored. So this game going to be pretty much over at this point of time, but yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. Later on in around like 6 hours again, we're going to have a video for the top teams for this cup if you're more interested about the meta. Definitely an interesting cup, a faster cup than the Great League, I think, but a very limited meta as well. So let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Let me know what team you're going to use, and I see you in the next video. Bye!